Burton.
Yes, he certainly has. And what's up with this? Does Burton have a problem, or is it just traffic? He has some type of problem.
Yeah, he was 3 miles an hour off the pace the last lap. And here comes Gordon trying to take the lead for the first time today. And he's got it.
Indeed, he has. So on lap 274, Jeff Gordon passes Jeff Burton and takes the lead in the Pepsi Southern 500. Possibly headed for another $1 million.
You know, we saw the 16 car have a problem today. Kevin LePage's car had an engine problem today. Martin has lost a cylinder in his car. I wonder if Jeff Burton has a similar problem. All these cars, Jack Roush cars, could it be something that jumped out and hit Jack Roush today?
And we're seeing a lot of cheers as Jeff Gordon goes into the lead, Jerry.
Well, Jeff Burton doesn't have an engine problem. That's the good news for the 99 crew. The bad news is the car has been really good all day long until now. And now he is very tight in the middle of the corner and very loose coming off. The car has just sort of gone away chassis-wise after having almost a perfect afternoon. And, of course, they're all going to have to make one more pit stop around lap 310 and 315. Right now, all Burton can do is hang on and wait to make an adjustment.
He is the 6th leader in the Pepsi Southern 500, but the first Chevy driver to be in front of a lap here at Darlington.
And right now, Jeff Burton, with his Hill Handling race car, and it's great news that he doesn't have some type of engine problem, because Jack Roush would really be upset if 3 of his cars have a problem. But Jeff Burton right now is using all the racetrack, every bit of the racetrack, trying to get around the track. And that is so. We saw Jeff Gordon try to do it last year. We saw Jeff Gordon hit the wall. Jeff Burton really has got to hang on for the next 30, 40 laps and try to stay out of that wall up there.
1 year ago, it was Jeff Gordon and Jeff Burton fighting for the lead on the final lap, and these two are running first and second. Back at Darlington, there are the first two, Jeff Gordon and Jeff Burton, and our shots from high overhead Darlington Raceway being brought to you by the Pennzoil Copter Cam. Well, the place where you can get, and we're looking back to Jeff Gordon.
That's what Rick Mass certainly does not want to see, because that means he'll go yet another lap down, and there's only 5 or 6 car lengths between himself and Gordon.
Boy, Jeff Gordon has an incredible record here at Darlington. Didn't get off to a very good start, but in the last 6 races, his average finish has been 1.5, and that includes 6 wins and no DNF.
Wow. That's incredible. We talked about the 11 car being off the track, Brentwood Iron. He's having a radiator problem, so he's repairing that. Probably got stopped up with all that rubber or something maybe, but anyway, that's the reason Brent's off track.
And now Jeff Gordon's going to run across a lot of traffic. There we see Kenny and Schrader. 33 car is 14th. Huge break to run around on 6 cylinders and still finish in the top 10. Back there someplace comes Jeff Gordon.
And Mark is 25.5 seconds behind now, so he lost a half a second in that last lap.
But there's a lot of traffic right in front of Jeff Gordon right now, and I think he probably will have trouble getting by these cars as Dennis Setzer moves over. Check our AutoZone on-track interval, and you see that he was 23.5, and in 5 laps, he gained 2 seconds on Mark Martin. Jeff Gordon gained 2 seconds on Mark Martin. Look, Jeff, how good he is. 32.1 to 32.4, just 3/10. But right now, these slower cars are causing some problems, slowing him down a little bit.
That car is handling well enough now, just like when he's had Dick Truckle there coming off of turn 2, that he can do it very easily.
Jeff Gordon back there is catching up with Michael Waltrip, with whom we are riding right now. He's 21st position. Right now is 3 laps down as Jeff Gordon closes in, trying to put him 4 laps down.
They complete another lap down in turn 1. This looks like a long ways, but folks, it's only 3 or 4 car lengths. And watch Jeff Gordon as he comes off 2. Michael got off that corner pretty well, dog. Pretty doggone well. Now, as he goes in the corners where Jeff really closes in on Michael. Tries to get get under him as he comes off the turn 4. Can't quite make it.
Have to wait for another opportunity, possibly down here in 1. And Michael's going to move up and allow Jeff to pass by on the low side. So Michael is now 4 laps down in 21st position. There's Jeff Burton, and he has closed in a little bit, but again, he will have to move through the same traffic that Jeff Gordon is moving through right now. 5 drivers have a shot at the noble $5 million bonus, but right now it appears that only Jeff Gordon and possibly Dale Earnhardt could win it. Jeff Gordon on lap 260 moved to the inside and passed Dale Jarrett, and then took the lead from Jeff Burton, and Gordon continues to hang on to that lead by a little over 3/4 of a second over Burton, as Dale Earnhardt is in 4th position. Now, Mark Martin is still on the lead lap and is also a contender for the $1 million bonus, but his car is down a cylinder.
And Mark Martin in jeopardy of going a lap down.
And the other two are already at least 1 lap down. Bobby Labonte is 3 laps down in 19th, and Mike Skinner is 4 laps down in 23rd.
I said that Mark is in jeopardy going a lap. He is the next car in front of Jeff Gordon. Ever see Jeff Gordon? And right in front of him is Mark Martin.
We now have our second car, only our second car, officially out of the race. It is Brett Bodine in car number 11, and that is the first time that he has not completed a race this year. Coming into this event, he and Mark Martin were the only 2 without DNFs, and now Brett Bodine has one. So Mark is the only one left.
The radiator on the 11 cars, we mentioned a little bit earlier, he has a hole in that radiator. Couldn't repair it.
And also, Brett had completed 98.5% of the laps in this year, the 3rd highest. Mark Martin now is 1 lap down.
And he's in 6th place, but now that the fact that he's a lap down, that opens up the door for Ernie Irvin, for Sterling Marlin, and Rusty Wallace to try to catch him and pass him for the position.
There are 67 laps to go. Again, the pit stops will be coming up before too long, so we're going to sneak a break in here so that we can show you what happens.
Ongoing. Started back in provisional, and as I said, had worked his way into the 16th spot.
They're also called into car number 24 again to make an adjustment. Right side tires. There is the 24 car coming down for his final pit stop. Trying to win 4 consecutive Pepsi Southern 500. They're going to take a half out, a round out the right rear of the car number 24. Trying to get a little more fight in the car, tugging up a little bit more. Now left side tires going on. The Rainbow Warriors scampering around. Earnhardt is out. 24 car down and away. Gordon out, Earnhardt out. And Rusty Wallace on pit road for what will be his final stop. Never won here at Darlington. Would love to be able to get a good finish today. His car down and away.
The 99 car of Jeff Burton has just gone into the lead. You can see the interval there between 1st and 2nd, but Burton once again has command.
Has the lead. Looked like Shane Parstow had just a little bit of trouble on the right front tire on the 24 car. Plus, Jeff Gordon ran 1 more lap. That's why he had to come in the pit. When those other guys came in, he had no choice but to pit and get on 4 tires.
There's Jeff. We've already had the final pit stop. That is regarding no more cautions. And I'm not sure that they've got this car the way they want it in the last part of the race.
Now, 47 laps where Jeff Gordon figured out how he's going to get up there and catch Jeff Burton.
There you can see how the interval is widened from laps 315 to 319.
And check that out, 31.2, 31.2, Jeff Gordon, but Jeff Burton, 30.9, 30.9. He had a couple of those 31.2s, but those 30.9, about 3/10 of a second faster than Jeff Gordon.
So will the track come to Jeff Gordon? Will we have another caution that he can continue to work on the car? Or will Burton walk away with the title here this afternoon and prevent Jeff from winning the noble $5 million? There are only 5 cars on the lead lap. John is with Mark Martin.
And Mark Martin is very disappointed. Mark Martin has pulled into the garage here. He got out of the car. Mark, I guess,
But folks, don't look now, and I'm not trying to hide, but let me tell you something. Jeff Gordon is catching. Just thought I'd throw that out.
A little
easing of the suspense here.
Well, the last lap, Gordon ran over a mile an hour faster than did Burton. Let's see, this time he still ran a mile and 1/10 faster than Burton did.
And there was no traffic in front of Jeff Burton that time, so. Like I said, I just want to throw that out, Bob.
Well, I understand. And what that means is, folks, don't go away.
Exactly.
This race is not over yet, although 333 of the 360. We're back at Darlington, and there is what Benny was talking about just a few moments ago. Look at the incredible run that Jeff Gordon has had on Jeff Burton the last few laps, slicing the interval from 2.3 seconds to less than 1 second.
I mean, look at those laps. 3.5, 3.5, and 3.6. Every lap's the same, and we've run several laps with these tires. He's supposed to be down in the 32-second break. Both these guys are really running strong, trying their best to win. But Jeff Gordon running some incredible laps.
Well, if you go back in history and you look at what he has done in the past, he's 2 for 2 when racing for $1 million bonus. He won here at Darlington last year to win the Winston Million, and of course he won the No Bull Million at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway during the Brickyard 400. We have completed 339 laps. We're on lap 340, and it looks like the lead change is imminent.
Well, this is about what happened last year, although it was closer to the end of the race when Jeff Burton was trying to pass Jeff Gordon. So here goes Gordon on the inside. He's got that spot, and there's nothing Burton can do except Jeff, go ahead now. Try to go back on the inside. Can he make it stick? Oh, this is tough.
Man, they come out of the corner, and Gordon does have the lead. But boy, Jeff gave him a good battle. Wow. I think Burton will be credited with leading that last lap. So Jeff will pick up the lead officially on lap 341. Previously, Jeff led 37.
They're closing in on the fifth-place car. Up there you see Jeremy Mayfield, who is running in fifth place, in jeopardy of going a lap down.
See Frankie Stoddard talking to his driver. Hey, Frankie and those guys have done a terrific job. Evernham,
Just sitting there, watching and waiting.
You have to wonder if after they made that last pit stop, and Burton ran away from Gordon there for a little bit, if Gordon maybe didn't press as hard as he could have at that point, getting those tires, saving those tires as much as you could, and let that air pressure build up, and then make the run. It looks like he certainly has made the run. Now, whether that was his strategy or not, don't know.
he is a very, very patient race car driver, Jeff Gordon is. We see Jeremy Mayfield go right in front of Burton. This is going to cost him some time.
And the fifth-place car is now a lap down Jeremy Mayfield. 4 cars remain on the lead lap. Gordon, Burton, Jarrett, and Earnhardt.
And Earnhardt is about 20 seconds behind the leader, so he's not in jeopardy of going a lap down. He's still about 12 seconds away from going a lap down.
Is Jeff on pace to win another championship? Look at the statistics. Average finish in his championship year of 1995, 9th. It was the same in 1997. This year, his average finish in the first 23 races, 7.1 to be exact. So actually, at this point of the season, he is better than his previous 2 championship seasons.
Well, there's no doubt he is better. I mean, he is having a phenomenal. Martin's having a phenomenal year.
Yeah.
It's just that Jeff Gordon is having an unbelievable year.
And so is Dale Jarrett, for that matter.
Yes.
Now he's stretched out the interval to over a second. 344 laps have been completed.
There he is. 21 more laps. 20 more laps when he comes by the start-finish line this time.
He's already won $4.132 million in 1998. And he could add another $1+ million to that here this afternoon. Bob Bob Jenkins, Benny Parsons, Ned Jarrett, John Kernan, Bill Weber, and Dr. Jerry Punch return to Darlington Raceway in South Carolina for the Pepsi Southern 500. Jeff Gordon completes lap number 351 and has a 1.1 second lead on Jeff Burton. Look at the graphic. In the first 10 races of 1998, Jeff was having a tremendous season. The last 13 races have even been better. Average finish of fourth
in the last 13 races. That is absolutely phenomenal. To see Ernie Irvin there in the Skittles car, he's running in 6th place, and now Jeff has put him 2 laps down.
Another statistic, Gordon is trying to win his 6th race in the last 7 events. The only blemish was a miserable 5th place finish, if you want to call it that, at Bristol.
But Jeff Burton is not letting him get away. He's staying about the same. He's about a second behind. He's staying right there, about the same distance.
In fact, the last lap, he was a mile an hour faster than was Gordon. And so, yeah, don't count him out yet. Maybe he's just backed off a little bit to cool his tires.
Yep. Take a deep breath and get himself in shape for these laps.
Last time Jeff Burton was a 2nd and a quarter back. Now he's a little over 2nd and a half. So he is now losing a little ground to Jeff Gordon.
Yeah, the last time Gordon was almost 2 miles an hour faster on that lap than was the 99 car.
Ball 2. Back from 1st to 2nd. It is 1.84 seconds the last lap. And Jeff Gordon now has 10 laps to go.
Now he has about a 2nd and 3/4 lead on Jeff Burton. Just ever so slowly, 100th or 1/10 of a second a lap, pulling away from Burton. But Jeff Burton now still has a 12-second lead on Dale Jarrett, the 3rd place car.
Down to John Kernan in the Jeff Burton pit.
Talking with Chief Frankie Starr. Frankie, the laps are winding down. Do you have anything left to catch that 24 car?
I'd like to see a caution right now, but we're probably not going to get it with him leading the race. No, it don't look very good right now.
He has all but given up, but of course you never do until the checkered flag falls.
Now 8 laps to go. But again, I mean, Jeff Gordon could hit a spot of oil, water, something, go up and you see how close he's coming to the wall. Wouldn't take much to go up and just brush that wall. And if he did, he'd have to back off, and Jeff Burton could slide in there.
There you see the points as of now, and Mark would fall almost 200 behind Jeff, and Dale Jarrett will only be 49 behind Mark Martin. 7 laps to go, 360 complete. The interval is 2.5 seconds back to Jeff Burton.
And you know what? We go to Darlington for to Talladega for the Winston 500, the next No Bull 5 race.
Yep.
Another fan will be down there. 5 more fans will be there with a chance to pick up $1 million bonus.
And of course, the top 5 finishers here this afternoon will also have a shot at $1 million. Right now, the top 5 are Gordon, Burton, Jarrett, Earnhardt, and Mayfield.
Counting down 6 more laps as he goes by Steve Park. Steve running in 24th position, 5 laps down.
Never before has a driver won 4 straight events in NASCAR Winston Cup modern history. So Jeff Gordon is en route to do that today. And again, Ray Evernham looks as calm and as cool as a cucumber, doesn't he?
Yeah, counting those laps down.
If he watches his car when he goes by, he just stares off into space. There's our 2nd place car, Jeff Burton, now 2 3/4 seconds behind Jeff Gordon, the leader. Jeff Burton, he's not going to win, it doesn't look like, but I know one thing, he'll certainly be glad to see that checkered flag wave and pull more laps so he can get out of that thing and get a whiff of fresh air.
4 laps to go for Jeff Gordon.
A little over 3 seconds now, so he is gradually pulling away.
Average speed of the race is 138.9 miles an hour. Here
Coming off the corner, one more more. 3 laps to go. Completes another lap.
He has done today what he and Ray and the rest of the Rainbow Warriors have done so many times this year, and that is not be ultra competitive until the time that it was necessary.
I talked to Ray this morning. He was concerned about his car. Didn't feel like they were right. They're going to have to make some changes, and as the day wore on, and obviously made the proper changes. Come down, we see Evernham talking to him on the radio. 2 to go. I'd like to be a fly on the wall with that conversation.
What an incredible career he has in NASCAR Winston Cup competition, and he's so young. This is only his 180th NASCAR Winston Cup start. There is Jeff Burton in second now, 3.3 seconds behind. Gordon comes off corner number 4, takes the white flag. One more lap to go at Darlington, and the Pepsi Southern 500 will go to Jeff Gordon.
4 times in a row he has won this race. That is incredible.
It sure is.
Just think how difficult it is to win it one time.
Exactly. And he's won it 4 in a row. Once he figured out how to do it, he hasn't forgotten, has he?
No, sir.
And, of course, he has also captured the No Bull 5 here this afternoon. Here's Jeff Gordon off corner number 4. Looks at the checkered flag, takes the checkered flag, and wins the No Bull 5 million. It's his 10th win of 1998, his 4th consecutive in the Southern 500, and his 39th NASCAR Winston Cup career victory in his 180th start. He wins the No Bull 5 and a $1 million bonus for the 2nd time this year, and he'll be eligible for another one at Talladega. Well, there's lots of big festivities to go. They'll be rolling the Brinks truck out with $1 million for Jeff. When we come back, we'll join in the celebration of Jeff Gordon's victory today at Darlington. What an incredible sight here at Darlington Raceway. Jeff Gordon on his cool-down lap behind the Brinks truck as they they shovel out millions of dollars, because Jeff has won once again the No Bull 5 million. Already $4.1 million coming into this race. He exceeds $5 million in winnings in 1998 alone. Yes. Bill is with Ray Evernham.
As he takes a victorious walk down pit road with his crew to some cheering fans. 4 straight Southern 500s and another $1 million. Congratulations.
Thanks, Bill. I got to thank God, because it's been a tough week, and I just kept praying for the strength to not get involved in all that, and I did the best thing. I concentrated on what I had to do, what it would take to win this race.
How tough a week was it, Ray?
It was pretty tough, you know. Been a lot of mudslinging, I guess, but just, you know, everybody kept telling me, and like I said, I just kept praying for the strength to stay above it and focus real hard on the job, and if we could come here and do this, that maybe everybody realized.
Your car was excellent after your final stop. What did you do to it?
Air. It was just air, Jack. Just air.
Ray trots off toward victory lane as Jeff Gordon's car has approached the victory lane area and now is being wheeled in.
Man, oh man. Sacks and sacks full of money.
More than I could ever imagine.
That is sometime in the competition. Brooke wins 4 in a row here.
Brooke congratulates her husband. He takes off the steering wheel and is about to emerge from the DuPont finishes Chevy.
Come on out.
Here's our McDonald's Winter Circle interview with Jeff Gordon, Jerry Punch.
Oh, here's Ray Everett. Evernham going to hoist this guy in the air. They're going to have a Pepsi celebration here. Why not? The kind of effort they put in today and the kind of week they've had to endure. He thought he was going to kiss Brooke, but Ray got there first. Oh, what an effort. He gives his wife Brooke a big hug, and Jeff, you are absolutely remarkable. 4 Southern 500s in a row. 4 Southern 500s in a row. Congratulations.
I'm absolutely beat, I tell you what. Hot day out there. Those closing laps, all I could do is just thank God. I don't know why he's blessing me the way he is in this team, but I sure am thankful, and certainly can't do it without a lot of great people. My goodness, Ray Evernham just did an awesome job today, kept me calm. You know, I finally just got the thing pretty good there at the end. Those guys made some great pit stops. Thought Jeff Burton was just playing with me there. He was so fast. But on the long runs, we were really good, and we were able to get him. And I want to thank Pepsi. This is a Pepsi race. Southern 504 in a row. Unbelievable. But tell you what, one thing's for sure. We came here to make a statement, and I think we certainly did that. You know, no 2 tires, no nothing. We just, you know, out-teamed them today. And I hope that everybody recognizes just how awesome this race team is, and we certainly can't do it without DuPont Automotive Finishes, Quaker State, Goodyear, and this Chevy Monte Carlo is awesome.
Jeff, we asked you this morning what you would do if you won the $1 million. You said, we'll cross that bridge when we win it. Any ideas what you're going to do with it?
You know, we want to give some to charity. I'm sure, like I said earlier, the guys that deserve it the most are the ones that work on this team, and I certainly want to make sure we do something for them. And I tell you what, Hendrick Motorsports is just awesome. Got to thank all the guys at the engine shop, chassis shop, everywhere. But one thing that we're going to do is we're going to give another $1 million to some fan in Talladega, and I'm excited about that.
Indeed. We told you that they would begin with millions of eyes focused on a few men who were chasing history, and Bob Jenkins, here's one that captured it.
It's been a money story all afternoon, and the money has finally been awarded, and the $1 million bonus goes to Jeff Gordon as he wins the Pepsi Southern 500. Raceway in South Carolina being brought to you by Brewery Fresh Budweiser, official beer of NASCAR. Hey, race fans, this Bud's for you. By Ford, maker of vehicles that are built to last. And by Exide NASCAR Select, the official automotive battery of NASCAR. Take a look at the results. The arrows indicate drivers who led a lap. The double arrows for Jeff Burton, who led the most laps. And while you're looking over the results, listen to these statistics. The all-time highest winning percentage victories in NASCAR Winston Cup competition, Tim Flock, 21.2% of the races won. Jeff Gordon's percentage is now 21.7%. Wow, on Saturday night. Don't forget, more auto racing coming up for you. The Cart FedEx Championship Series, the Molson Indy. Our congratulations to Jeff Gordon, who has won the Noble 5 here this afternoon for the second time in 1998. My thanks to Ned Jarrett, Benny Parsons, John Kernan, Bill Weber, and Dr. Jerry Punch. This is Bob Jenkins thanking you for being with us here this afternoon. We'll see you in Richmond. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in